to the movie minute was the massive headline that Point Break reboot pushed back to Christmas 2015. Um, so
Wasn't it just pushed back and never seen again?
yeah, well, have you? So I'm guessing you know Point Break, and
Oh
you
my god, of course.
yeah. So I mean, Point Break is one of my favorite movies to watch.
Really?
It's well, I mean, when I say that, I mean it's like a guilty pleasure. Uh, it is just. I mean, I hadn't seen it in years, and then I saw it about maybe 6 months ago or so, and it is just so outrageous. And it's Keanu Reeves in between this Bill and Ted's to trying to go serious phase.
Yes.
So
Shout
you
out to
know,
Keanu Reeves for John Wick, by the way, which I hear is an absolutely excellent movie.
really, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that needs to be watched.
Um, but yeah, Point Break was is a fantastic movie, and
How do you reboot that? Like, I mean, it's just such a terrible idea.
well, this is it. It was in such a so the story first of all. I mean, people, might remember Point Break as being, the shot of, the bit at the end with Keanu Reeves emptying his clip into the air, screaming in the sandpit on the boat. But of course, the premise to the story is just amazing. It is this junior cop who has to infiltrate a gang who are robbing banks by becoming part of their surfer gang and gaining their uh,
Surfer Trust.
surfer trust to then be brought in as one of them in their gang. Now, of course, the massive uh, the massive kicker on all of this is that, of course, Keanu Reeves can't surf at the start of the movie, but at the end of the movie, he is a spectacular surfer, and so. We have, I mean, it's just got everything, and also a brief mention to Anthony Kiedis, who is the lead singer in the Red Hot Chili Peppers, features as a thug on the beach in one
Ah,
scene
I did not know
that
that.
tries to take a cut off I forget who it was that he was trying to fight in the scene, but um, yeah, it's just a fantastic movie. So yeah, so they're saying it's going to be Christmas now, which of course, is absolute suicide, really,
Oh
because
my God, yeah. Well, what's it
uh,
going up against?
so
What's that one movie that's going to absolutely destroy everything?
yeah, so there is obviously Star Wars. Um, there is Monster Trucks, which is a movie with Will Smith starring in a sports drama. Uh,
Oh
or no,
my
sorry,
God.
Monster Truck. No, along with Point Break, Monster Trucks. Then it says the Will Smith starring sports drama Concussion. I haven't seen anything about that.
No. But it's
And then
Christmas. I mean, we wouldn't see anything for it. I mean, isn't Paranormal Activity meant to be out in 2 months? And I have not seen a single thing about that
Kenny,
yet.
come on, Paranormal Activity,
I know. Well,
really?
we gotta start saving these topics because we haven't even got to our game of the week yet.
No. What is our game of the week? Tell the people what
Our
our game
game
of
of
the
the
week.
week is Resident Evil. Now we are fully aware that we are 2 weeks behind on this, but it's still worth a shout. Resident
Yeah,
Evil Remastered HD.
HD.
Absolutely excellent.
Third
Excellent
time the
game.
game comes out. Is it
Yeah.
still as good as ever?
Yeah, it really, really is. It's an absolutely fantastic game. It's such if I mean if there's anyone out there who hasn't played Resident Evil yet and enjoys a survival horror, I mean it's not even rock hard. It can be if you want it to be, but it can be reasonable at the same time as well. But I have been playing, and I am obviously one of the founding members of Labor the Game. Um, so I mean I've been making time for this game this week. That is the game that I've been playing. Um, we both know that our game next week. Oh no, it's going to be in 2 weeks. But yeah, no. Resident
Yes.
Evil is Labor Day Game's official game of the week
Game of the
this
week.
week.
Yeah,
Um,
and so I think it's worth pointing out to anybody who would be listening, who would be of a certain young age, that
oh yeah, you got to be playing.
Resident Evil, the first game, is not anything like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5.
I
It
I
is
have to stop you there. My brother last night never played Resident Evil 1, watching me play HD. Oh, this is pretty cool. Reminds me of Dead Space 1. Okay, which is fair.
Ah,
No, which is fair enough. But then he goes on,
okay.
I'd love if they remade Resident Evil 5 HD.
Oh my god.
Isn't that
I,
just awful?
that makes me cry a little bit.
It's sad. Like, I mean, I enjoyed Resident Evil 5, but it wasn't a Resident Evil. Call it something else.
Yeah, so this is a game where uh, you need to pick up ribbons, ink ribbons, to save your game. You need
Yes.
to, uh,
Ammo is genuinely rare.
yeah, and you need to, use ammo,
Very
incredibly
sparingly.
sparingly.
And
It's
even the
in
zombies take about 7 Beretta bullets.
sure. So,
It's
so most of the time in this game, it actually made more sense to just run away than it did to
yes,
confront zombies.
a lot more sense.
So, and of course, in the GameCube remake, you had to
Same
burn the
game.
body. Was that, yeah? But the game, you had to burn. They introduced that in the
Yes,
remake.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. And
You
uh,
So even if you kill the zombies, you had to burn their bodies, or they will
yes,
come back,
they will
and they
come
will come
back
stronger,
stronger. Yeah,
which is just fucking crazy.
yeah. It's
Uh,
the last thing you need in a game like that.
exactly. So
Fantastic
yeah,
game.
so that's our game of the week. Um,
Comes highly recommended. Make time
I
for it.
highly recommend it. I mean, it's one of these games. I think that if you look up any list anywhere, it'll
It's
be
there
on the
somewhere.
top 50 games. I think
Should
of all
be.
time.
Should be
Um,
there somewhere anyway.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Was there anything on your mind during the week that you wanted to talk
well,
about?
you know what? We need to talk about what's coming up for myself and yourself this Friday coming. Not this Friday coming, not tomorrow, but Friday
Yes,
week.
which is of
Uh,
course anybody who is anybody in gaming
knows.
knows that the new 3DS is coming out.
And
Um,
we're extremely excited for this one because there is it's the first time you're getting a handheld, not a handheld, but a 3DS.
It's my first time getting a 3DS. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have not owned a handheld since the Nintendo DS, um, and didn't really fall in love with it. It must be said. I'm not really sure why. I think it was probably because when I got it, I got it at launch,
oh
but
yeah, day one.
then there was a long period where you only had
Super Mario
Super
64.
Mario 64,
Yeah,
and there was a Mario Kart as well. I think.
was there?
Yeah, there was a Mario Kart
Oh, there
DS.
was. Excuse me. My God, there was. Yes.
Mario Kart DS came out pretty much at launch as well.
Yeah, but that
And
had
so,
excellent online features. So I mean, even if that was your only game, that's it's not a
yeah.
bad game to play.
Well,
I mean,
this is
I've
it. I mean, going back to Nintendo as well,
yeah, yeah,
they launch they always have a quality launch first party game. I
yeah.
mean, now of course you'd be crazy not to. Somebody would argue, but yeah. So I never really got into it. And now to see
But
the great.
now you're getting into it. And what was it that made you that
Well,
broke you
so
and you said, okay, I need this now. It's gone too far.
well actually for
Circumstances, really, isn't it?
for a reason which is very applicable to the show, really, because I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm going to be in airports a lot. I'm going to be on trains a lot. Um, it's going to be something to do when I'm waiting around, and uh, I think I think when I decided to get it, I actually came to the conclusion that I don't think I should ever buy a handheld again unless it has a large library of good games. Um,
Which the 3DS now is a box that most
Of
certainly
course, yeah.
contains.
So there's probably like 10, superb games that I can choose straight away.
Absolutely, yeah. Straight away, like day one, you go into a shop and say, "Oh my God,
So
this is what you need." Like even
yeah,
though some of them are re-releases, and in fact, we're probably most excited about a re-release.
yeah, which is Majora's Mask, I
Yeah,
guess you're talking about. Yeah, so Majora's Mask. So first of all, do you think Majora's Mask is that your favorite Zelda
Zelda.
game? Yeah,
No, it's not my favorite Zelda, but I
no.
do.
And
I
see,
love them all dearly, to be perfectly honest. So
yeah,
um,
see, a lot of people didn't like it when it came out. A
not
lot of
me.
people
I
did
loved it.
not like Majora's Mask when it came out, and when I say it did not like it, I mean everybody was waiting for the sequel to Ocarina of Time, and the graphics are very similar, but the concept art of the game is completely different. And it's almost a lampooned version of Ocarina of Time in
Yes.
that the characters are over the top. I don't know, are there some actual character crossover? Are there guys in towns that are in both games?
Oh yeah, like,
There are guys in Clocktown which are in Ocarina of Time, right?
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, so a lot of people were really annoyed because even as early when Ocarina of Time came out, it was this game that people instantly loved and demanded, uh, a direct sequel to. Now, of course, as time goes by and as it's re-released and stuff, everybody will always say, "Oh, it's a fantastic game." But I'm pretty sure that people were not really a lot of people were not really happy when that initially came out. Um,
Yeah, I suppose they wanted a true sequel, not
yeah, of
one
course,
that
and I
just
mean,
had four dungeons. And I
yeah,
don't think that was what I don't think dungeons is what this game was about, though. I think it
sure.
was.
I'm sure people were absolutely outraged when Wind Waker came out because of
Oh
the
my
the
God. Well, that game
graphics.
was rushed out now. I mean, there
Wind Waker,
was, yeah, oh yeah, there was another dungeon in that game's code, not in the game's code, but they were fleshing it out, and they just were rushed up and said, no, 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 we've got to get this out now.
right,
So,
okay.
there was another dungeon
But
to go into that game.
I mean, from the concept and the visuals,
Oh God, yes.
now a lot of people say Wind Waker is arguably the
Oh, one of the
best
best,
Zelda,
best art style. Great story.
but people were genuinely outraged by the cartoon
Oh,
draw
stop.
stuff,
Sure, I was one of them.
to Wind Waker.
Yeah, I was
Um,
definitely there, just going, why are they doing this? After
yeah,
seeing the concept of at the Nintendo Worlds, uh,
sure.
remember, I mean, I don't know if you remember that, but it was basically Link and Ganon,
Yeah,
in, GameCube graphics, and it was just
yeah,
amazing. It truly
yeah,
was fantastic.
yeah. I mean, so I had planned to go on this big arcing story of my feelings on Nintendo at the moment tonight, but what I might do is just kind of give an abridged version, right?
Hmm. Or do you want
So
to save it for next week? I suppose we this is what we published. We got to give the people what
yeah,
they want. Yeah.
exactly,
Okay. Okay.
exactly.
So
So so, I mean, uh, my an uncle of mine had an NES, which I played a few times. Then I got an SNES. Absolutely love it. Fell completely in love with the console. Um, then then there was just, of course, the explosion that was the N64.
hmm.
Uh, so Super Mario 64. I remember seeing International Superstar
Oh
Soccer
yeah.
running on the N64. I think that was definitely one of the launch games, and
Hmm.
uh, I just could not get over the the graphics. They were just unbelievable, and the fact that this was now Nintendo, and Nintendo in 3D, just it seemed like it was
Mind
going to
blowing.
be. It seemed like it was going to be the best thing that ever happened in video games.
Yeah.
Honestly, um,
Well,
and then
I mean, you're taking a step from the Super Nintendo then to that. I mean, back in those days, that was huge.
sure, I mean it was. I mean, people talk about graphics improvements and things, but you have to remember that from the NES to the SNES to the N64, the graphics was moving from 8 to 16 to 32 to 64 bit, right? So
Yeah.
so each time you're seeing a doubling in the ability for these machines to
Hmm.
produce better graphics. Now, I mean, I don't really know if it's anywhere near that at the moment with consoles, whether or not they're taking massive leaps like that. But it certainly isn't represented in that scale on a screen when you see it. And certainly the 32 to the 64 for the N64 was mind blowing.
Oh my
Um,
God, yeah.
it was literally like somebody had, um, you were now seeing the world in color, or you were now, able
This was
to,
truly next gen.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so of course, then there was probably about 3 or 4 years